curiosity, let's start with this. So the reason that I wanted to do something, it's because tomorrow is my birthday and I decided I want to celebrate with everyone, and I wanted to celebrate in a way that was meaningful for me and for you all, that can help us move upward, forward in the direction of the life that we want. So I've been reading a book called Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping, and I realized that I have a lot of stuff to forgive. But mainly I have a lot of stuff that I have to forgive myself for. And I'm assuming many of you have the same issue, because for some reason, for loving people who like to be on the side of the light and who are on personal development paths, it's a lot easier for us to forgive other people than it actually is to forgive ourselves. So I've noticed that I have a lot of stuff to forgive myself for, and I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity to share that process with everyone, and to help us release the guilt, the frustration, the anger, all that stuff that has been weighing us down from the past, and now just let it go and start flying toward what it is that we want. And by the way, I would appreciate if someone would tell me if the sound is good. I can see that the video is working, but again, since this is a smartphone, I'm not sure if you can hear me clearly. So if someone could tell me something, I would really appreciate it. But in the meantime, I'll also ask you to just take three deep breaths. So breathe in and slowly just breathe out. Okay, thank you, Marisa, and hi. And breathe in again. And just slowly breathe out. And this is for me too, a little bit agitated from all the mess with Facebook. And breathe in again. And breathe out. And hi, Scarlett. Okay. So let's start. We're going to start by calling our energy to us, and then we'll expand it. Ground ourselves first and expand it. So first, just close your eyes, please. And most of this broadcast will be done with my eyes closed, and I would suggest the same for you, because it's easier for you to feel the sensations, the emotions, whatever comes up through your body, because your subconscious mind is always communicating with you, and the way that your subconscious communicates with you is through your body, through physical sensations, through the emotions that you feel here, there, everywhere. So for us to pay full attention to what is coming up, eyes closed usually help a lot. So close your eyes, please, and just call back your energy, your attention from all the things that you were doing, people you were thinking, to-dos that you had on your mind. Just bring your energy back to you. Imagine that you have rubber bands and you're pulling your energy back to you. Okay. And when you're feeling that energy around you, just again breathe your energy in. And as you breathe it out, you just expand it throughout your body. And breathe your energy in again. And as you breathe it out, just expand it throughout your body. And just breathe in again. And breathe out. And expand your energy throughout your body. And now let's focus on creating a grounding cord. So I want you to focus on the root chakra, which is at the base of your spine, and just imagine or intend that you have a beam of light, or roots, or a waterfall, whatever you prefer. I like to use a beam of light that's expanding from your root chakra at the base of your spine and continuing to expand all the way down to the center of the earth, to the earth's core. Okay. And when you feel it's there, well, with your intention, it's there. Just ask it also to just expand and widen until it's as wide as your body. Okay, and now let's do something else. Just, you have your grounding cord, you are connected to the energy of the earth. Just breathe energy through your feet and breathe it up through your body. Inhaling, and when you breathe out, just breathe it out through the top of your head. So it's entering through your feet, moving up, and you exhale it through the top of your head. And do that again. Just breathe in that earth energy through your feet. And as you breathe out, just expand it through the top of your head. And just one more time, breathe it in through your feet. And as you breathe out, just expand it and send it through the top of your head. And it's connecting way, way, way above to the infinite resources that you have, to your higher dimensions of being. And now we're going to do it in the other direction. So you're going to breathe. Imagine that it's coming from an infinite almost height from the universe, and it's coming from your higher dimensions. So just see a beam of light that you're breathing in through the top of your head, and it's flowing down your body. And as you exhale, you're breathing it out through your feet to the center of the earth. Again, breathe it in through the top of your head. It's flowing down your body, and as you breathe out, it's moving through your feet to the center of the earth. And just another time, breathe it in through your head, and breathe it out throughout your feet to the center of the earth. Okay. And now to expand that energy around you, just focus on your heart chakra area, piece of your center of your chest, and just breathe it in there, because you're merging those two energies together. Just take a deep breath in, focus on that area. And as you breathe out, just imagine a sphere of those two energies melting, merging, and expanding outward from you. And just breathe in again with the focus on your heart chakra. And as you breathe out, just expand that energy even further. And breathe it in again, focus on your heart chakra. And as you breathe out, that energy keeps on expanding. And now we're going to expand that energy until it's as big as the house or building that you're in. And it's continuing to expand until it's as big as the city that you're in. And now it's as big as the state that you're in. Now it's as big as your country, as big as the continent that you are in, and just keeps on expanding till it's as big as the planet. And we'll leave it there for now. And the reason why we expand our energy is because when you are expanded, you are much more energy than you are matter at all times. But when you consciously expand and you feel that expansion, it's a lot easier for you to realize what is physical, this little bit, and what is energy. And it's a lot easier to shift the energy that doesn't serve you anymore. So you're expanded, you're grounded, you have your connection from both your dimensions above and the earth that's sustaining, nourishing you. And now let's dive. So I'm going to ask you to just bring to your mind something in your life right now that is pissing you off, that you are not comfortable with, something where you feel that you are a victim to that situation or that person. And don't try to be nice. On personal development paths, we tend to try to spiritualize, to take the higher road, to see the positives, and there's a time for that, but not right now. Right now, we're freaking going for the throat. We're going for the kill. So just bring up to your mind your victim story. What the hell did something did to you, or someone did to you? Just bring it up and let it just replay in your mind. And if you can, say it out loud. What is the situation that's bothering you, that's crushing you, that's limiting you, that's making you feel that discomfort that you need to get rid of it, you hate it, you don't like it, that thing that you wanted to forgive, or person. It can be yourself too. So bring that situation to your mind. And again, if you can, say it out loud. this person did this to me, and it's he's or she's this and this and this and that, and I'm feeling this and this and this and that, and this has hurt me like this and this and this and that. Let it all come up. I want you to really feel victimized here. I know it's counterintuitive for everything else that you learn, but I want you to let the hurt, the wounded feelings that are underneath it come to the surface, because that's the only way that we're going to go through them. We can't jump stuff, we need to go through them and come out on the other side. So, your story. You've been wronged. It isn't fair. And it's something that someone else did, or they had a part in it. And you may have think also that you had a part of it in it. So you're angry at yourself too. Now I want you to just focus on your body and see where those sensations, where those emotions come up for you. And don't try to analyze. You don't even need to know what the emotions themselves are, but notice the sensations, the physical sensations that you're feeling, and notice where they are. How do they feel? Do they feel like there's a heat and something seems to be about to explode? There's a contraction, a constriction, something? What are the sensations and where are they? I want you to, if you can, depending on where it is in your body and your flexibility, just put one of your hands on top of it, or you can actually put both. If it's something that you feel in the middle of your body, you can even put one hand in the front and one in the back, just to guide your attention to where you're feeling it. If you're feeling it two places, one hand in one place, one hand in the other. But put your hands where you're feeling those physical sensations. And just allow your attention to really drift into the center of those emotions. Imagine that you're just a little kid, 3-4 years old, and you have all these feelings in your body that you don't even have the words yet to describe them, and you have no judgment yet if they're bad or good. It's just physical sensations, and you're just curious about them. Just, this feels like this feels like that. So just notice the sensations and feel them without resisting them, without judging them. And now just bring to your mind again the situation, the person. What has been done to you? What have you done to yourself? Whatever is relevant for you, just bring that situation again to your mind. Replay it. If you can, say it out loud. What are you a victim of? And I know you probably don't like that word, but it's intentional. And again, feel those sensations. Allow those body sensations, feelings to just rise in you. And now I want you to ask yourself, okay, so this is a situation that has happened, and I'm feeling this way. When before this did I feel something similar? So for instance, you may feel that with this situation you have been betrayed, abandoned, you're frustrated, you feel powerless, you feel that you don't have any control over things. Whatever it is for you, people always cross you. Just allow that story to come to the surface and think, where did I feel this way? When did I feel this way before? What situation happened that made me feel this way before? and it might be completely unrelated to the situation that you are feeling now. It might be something in a completely different area of your life. Just allow whatever it is to come to the surface, to your mind. And even if nothing comes up in terms of memories, just the sensations themselves, if you feel, yes, this is familiar, your subconscious mind knows where you have felt this before. And I'm asking this because later on we're going to be looking at patterns, because this situation that happened now, it's not the first time. It's the result of something that happened probably when you were a child, that caused you to make some conclusions, to come to meanings, beliefs, judgments that no longer serve you. So they're being repeated in order for you to see what's behind them and heal that part of yourself, bring the wholeness back. And you don't need to go all the way back in time. You can do it through whatever it is that's bothering you, that's causing you that pain right now. So let's start clearing a little bit. So focus on the sensations again. If they kind of subsided, bring to your mind again what has happened to you. Who did what to you? How are you being unjustly limited? Okay. And let's just delete the charges behind those judgments that are causing those emotions. So delete all the thoughts, the judgments, the beliefs that you've made in this situation and all past situations that relate to this experience, to these healing experiences. Delete them all the way down to zero, into minus, negative, infinity. And delete also all the pictures that were stored in your physical body that are connected to that unjust situation, to that victimization, to those beliefs, those limiting beliefs that are still being activated and recreated in you right now. Just delete all of those pictures that were ingrained in you, that are engraved in your memory, in your cellular memory, and in your mind too. Delete all of that information from you also, all the way down to zero, into minus, negative, infinity. And delete it from across all times where you felt it, all spaces where you moved and had those experiences, all dimensions of you and all realities that you created for yourself in your mind and in your physical reality. So delete it all the way down to zero. Let's also delete the causes for those meanings, interpretations that you learned from the people around you, from your family, from your friends, from your teachers, from society, from books, from magazines. Every little thing that you picked up, that you absorbed as a little kid, that drove you to those judgments, to those conclusions that somehow were connected to your worth and to either to your worth or to what people or life or the world were like. And usually they're all together. So let's delete all of those little tidbits of information that you just picked up along the way because you were trying to learn how to be a person, a little human, and you just made conclusions based on everything else that other people had experienced, and from a defensive place, because this world is still a very defensive place. So let's delete all of the beliefs, all of the conclusions, all of the pictures, all of the meanings that you have picked up from the entire environment around you, be it people, places, events, magazines, social, anything. Just delete all of that information that caused you to make those first conclusions, those first judgments that caused that first initial trauma, and then the repeating events in your life, even this one. Just delete all of that information from you, from your mind, from your body, from your organs, your systems, your tissues, your cells, from your cellular memory, from your DNA, from your neural pathways, from your biochemistry. Just delete all of that information all the way down to zero, into minus, negative, infinity, and across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And now let's also delete all the inherited memory, all the blueprints, the imprints, the predisposition that you already have in your genes, in your epigenetic overlay, in your makeup of things, on the cards almost that you were dealt with when you were born. You already inherited ways of responding to things, ways of reacting and seeing the world. You inherited the survival mechanisms of your ancestors, which is not a bad thing, but you can rise above it. Just keep the awareness, keep the positives, but let go of the trauma and the limiting points of view. So let's also delete all of the influences that come from your ancestry line that caused you to make that first judgment, that first limiting belief about yourself, that first meaning that just told you that you weren't safe, you weren't good enough, the world wasn't safe, and something wrong just happened. Let's delete all of that inherited information also from you, from your body, organ systems, tissue, cells, from your cellular memory, all the way down to 0 and to minus negative infinity, and across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And let's also expand this clearing to help release this from your ancestry line and to clear it also from your descendants too. Okay. That's feeling lighter, but I want you to pick it up again. So just bring to your mind again the situation that, hi Sarah, that you're feeling right now, that it's not fair, that you are still a victim to this shouldn't have happened. Just bring it up again to mind. And if you can, say it out loud, what it is that is causing you pain, that is limiting you, that's frustrating you, that's angering you. What is happening? Say it out loud. If you can. If not, replay it in your mind. And focus again on your body, where those sensations are coming up. If it's in a different place, put your hand there where you're feeling it. If it's in the same place, if you're not tired yet, just keep your hand there. Your hand is a focus for your attention too. It tells your subconscious mind that you are still there. Even if your mind goes elsewhere, your attention is still focused on that spot where you're feeling that pain. So again, just focus on the sensations and let's allow those sensations to actually be louder. We want to feel them. We want to feel them and experience them fully, because it was the resistance to feeling it that kept them stuck. So let's imagine that you have a dial, you're sticking that dial into those sensations, those emotions, and turning it up, 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 until it's as big as you can make it. And many times just this will actually seem to burst the bubble of the emotion. But if it doesn't, just make it as loud, as intense as you can, and don't resist it. Consciously try to relax that part of your body as you're feeling this raging, raging, raging emotion. Or this kitty-like kind of smoother emotion now. It's a wide range. And let's just focus there again. And let's acknowledge that that emotion, what you're feeling right now, is right. It's not wrong. It's not something, it's not a mistake. It has its place to be, and it's absolutely correct for you to feel that way. It's validating. You can validate that emotion because that emotion wants the best for you. It's part of your subconscious mind just telling you something here hurt me. The judgments that caused it may be limiting judgments that don't have to be there anymore, but the emotion itself is right and wants the best for you. So if you can actually try to send love to that emotion and appreciation for it to be there, to actually give you a message that some boundary of yours was crossed and something is wrong outside comparing to the judgments that you have inside. So we want to appreciate the sensations, the feelings, the emotions themselves. And again, let's just delete the judgments, the thoughts, the sounds, because if it started when you were a baby, it wasn't necessarily a thought. It might have been just a sound that was trapped in you, like a yell, someone telling you no, and sorry, and it just got trapped like a physical trauma energy that made you come to conclusions, because when you're young, the entire world revolves around you, and if something happens and someone points a finger at you, you're bad, it's all your fault, and you come to all sorts of conclusions about your worthiness, your safety, the world around you, the people around you, how much love you deserve, how much good you deserve in your life, what you have to give, what you have to be. So let's delete all of those beliefs that are causing the repeating of that pattern, always trying to heal the original wound in you. So delete the original beliefs, the original judgments, meanings that you assigned at that first point in time where you felt the same way that you are feeling right now. So delete all of those thoughts, all of those sounds, all of those images and pictures too, all of those sensations that were trapped initially in your body. Just delete all of that information from you all the way down to 0 into minus negative infinity. And let's transmute it into just pure awareness, pure acceptance, and pure love for yourself, for a little child that was trying to make sense of the world and, well, had limited resources available to make the best conclusion possible. So let's send love and appreciation to that young version of yourself that just wanted to be seen, to be loved, to be appreciated, to be safe. So let's send it that love, and let's expand those emotions, those sensations, that loving bubble around you and around your inner child, all the way up to 100% and infinite potential. And let's install that love also in ways that are for your highest good from now on, and for the highest good of everyone else involved in your life. Okay, that's feeling lighter too. Now I want you to just think about the situation again that you are experiencing, whether it is with a person or whether it is a specific situation, a pattern that seems to repeat itself, and just think, okay, so what healing opportunity is here? So what is the underlying causes for this to happen? And it's usually how it makes you feel. Let me just give you an example because it might be easier. Money for me is one of those things that I feel I have no power over in my life. Funny enough, everything else I can create however I want, apparently, but with money I still feel that it's the thing that I don't have power, I don't have control over it, and it just seems to come however it wants, and then I have to just let it slide. So it makes me feel frustrated, powerless, all that. And when I ask myself, okay, so when before did I feel this way? I realized that it was when I had surgeries for scoliosis. I remember being in the intensive unit care in the bed. I couldn't move. I had all kinds of stuff sticking on me. I felt miserable. I felt that I had lost control over my life. I didn't have the power to create whatever I want. And I couldn't do anything. I had to just let it slide and flow and see what would happen. So money is being, for me, a friend that is bringing to my awareness, to my now reality, a situation that was a trauma before, that wasn't healed, that still has limiting beliefs associated. So I want you to think in parallel terms for your specific situation. What does that person or that situation make you feel? And when did you have an experience like that before? And you don't need to pinpoint everything specifically, but this is only to start giving you a shift in perception. Because awareness is the first thing that will get you out of the victim mentality and the pattern too. The situation that you're experiencing now, I want you to ask yourself if you are willing to accept that that specific situation or that specific person is co-creating with you on higher levels of your soul, of your spirit, co-creating a healing opportunity for you to look at something that was created first in the past, that was a trauma, and that you weren't able to heal it at that time. You weren't able to take back your power, your energy, your consciousness from it. So it probably recreated a few other times in your life, or not. It might just be the second time. And now this person or this situation is giving you the gift of actually being able to recognize what that pattern is that you need or you're being called to heal within yourself. If you are willing to see things from this perspective, that in and of itself helps release the charge. And by the way, this person might actually be you also. If it's a situation you might feel it's your fault, you, from a higher place, from your soul, you are giving yourself that situation again in order to look at what's deeper, what's more important, what's there that you can integrate, that you can heal, that you can bring your power, your energy, your consciousness back to yourself. And if you can, if you are willing to actually do this, I want you to start looking at the situation from a more peaceful place too. A place of, if you can, at least a willingness to appreciate it, to thank the situation, to thank the person, to thank yourself for the opportunity to actually look at a pattern that you might not know yet consciously what it is, but this shift in awareness and your willingness to see it from this perspective, you can actually ask yourself, so what is the pattern in here? I understand, I accept that this is co-creating a healing opportunity for me. What is the pattern here that I can heal? Where did I disown my power? Where did I leave it? How can I bring it back? And from this perspective, you can not even almost not forgive, because when you see that this person or this situation was co-creating that opportunity for healing with you, the need for forgiveness kind of fades away, because there's a higher understanding of, oh, okay, you're just co-creating this with me in order for me to actually be able to bring my power back from that situation in the past and from all the situations that have happened before and now. Just open this. That perspective in itself, it's healing. I'm just going to open my laptop again. Easy. Lots of close-ups. And I want you also to answer this. I'm going to read you a few questions from the Radical Forgiveness book, and if you want, these questions are also on a video on the Radical Forgiveness site. It's www.radicalforgiveness.com. Now, the answer to these questions, I'm going to tell you straight away, it's yes. And I want you to just ponder them a little bit. And because I know you all, I think you can, all of you, accept these questions and the truth in them. So this is to bring you also from that place of still feeling that you're being victimized for something, that it's unfair, bring you to a place of, oh, okay, this was actually a gift that my soul created, that this person's soul created, that they are giving me the opportunity to close the gap and bring my power back from that very first situation. Because when you heal this one, when you release this pattern, it will collapse all the other experiences that you've had before. So I'm going to read you through the questions. I'm going to read through the questions to you, and I want you to just feel them and perfectly say yes to all of them. And if you can, say it out loud, because your voice has resonance. And when you say yes, you hear it, your body hears it too. Your mind, your spirit, everything hears it, and it feels that vibration of the yes. So it helps a lot more in releasing the charge and the pattern. So let me start. First question. Are you willing to be open to the possibility that there is a healing opportunity for you in this situation? I'd love for you to say yes. Say it out loud if you can, or to yourself if you have to. But if you say it to yourself, say a resounding yes in your head. Second one, can you be open to the idea that your spiritual self has set this situation up as a healing opportunity? Next, can you be open to the idea that you only get upset when someone triggers you in something that you have denied, suppressed, or projected onto them? And that what upsets you in the other person is actually reflecting a part of you that is just crying out to be loved, be seen, and be accepted? Are you willing to accept this? No. Another one. So even if you have no idea of what part of the past happened, is trapped, and what part of you this is that is crying out to be loved, seen, and accepted, whatever part that you have disowned, are you willing to just unconditionally accept and love that part of you right now, this instant? I hope that was a resounding yes. And now, even if you cannot explain it, can you entertain the possibility that there might have been a purpose in what happened? And that it actually happened not to you, but for you, for your healing, for you to bring more power, your power, back. Now, are you willing to be open to the idea that you attracted this person or situation into your life, and that subconsciously you are both offering each other the opportunity to heal something deep within and to release the need to be a victim? No. Are you willing to notice that the feelings that you had at the beginning have already begun to subside, and that you're now feeling more peaceful and more accepting of the situation, of yourself, of the person now? And the last one, are you now becoming also aware that the story that was attached to those feelings has lost some or even most of its charge, or that you can hardly remember what it was. And he goes on and asking, are you noticing the shifts in energy occurring in you? And I hope that's a big yes, and that you're feeling a lot lighter. And now let's just strengthen positive emotions in you too. So just think, what emotion do you want to feel? That you feel is almost the antidote to that. Love, acceptance, peace, awareness, a higher understanding of the situation, a willingness to heal what's underneath it. And choose the emotions that you want to feel too. Say them to yourself or say them out loud, which is even better. And let's strengthen those emotions, those frequencies in you, in your body, in your mind, in your systems, organs, tissues, cells, in your cellular memory, in your new understanding of things. Strengthen them all the way up to 100% and infinite potential. And let's continue to just build them up, just entrain them in your energies, make them stronger, make them brighter, make them just almost like rays of light that are shining from you to you, and then from you just expanding in your aura, in your energy field. And again, let's strengthen those emotions, power up those emotions, that awareness, that clearer sense of what is happening, that clearer sense that yes, you are healing, you are integrating, again, part of your power, part of your consciousness back. So strengthen that power, that empowerment now, you taking back your life, you living your life full, from a full perspective, fully you, fully integrated, fully in love, because you are a being of love. So strengthen that too in your energy, all the way up to 100% and infinite potential. And now let's just send and expand that energy out too, so that it can flow out into the world and you can touch every soul on this planet, human and non-human, and just send that love, because you are a being of love, and the more that you flow it out, the more that you feel it, and the more that its frequency entrains in you, and it gets stronger and stronger in you, and the more that you see it reflected back too. So let's strengthen that also, all the way up to 100% and infinite potential. And now you can open your eyes and just move around a little bit, just integrate the changes, and take a deep breath in and focus on your heart chakra, and as you breathe out, just expand that energy all throughout your body. And breathe in again, focus on your heart chakra, and just breathe out and expand that energy through your body and out if you want to. Again, just breathe in deeply and breathe out, and expand that energy through your body and through your energy systems. And I hope this was helpful for you. If you feel that there's still something or other situations that you want to go through, just feel free, rewind and go all over the clearing again. And I also advise, to drink lots of water and to just physically move to help the energy of the clearing and the energy that we strengthen to just flow easier through you, so that nothing gets stuck where it doesn't need to be stuck. So drink a lot of water, move to integrate the changes. If you want, just make sounds also, just like a kid. If that's how you're feeling. If you're feeling something else, make sounds also to express how you're feeling. That will help clear your throat chakra too. And if you think that someone else can benefit from this, please feel free to share it. I will share it. I'd love for you to share it too. So I hope this was helpful and that you are feeling a lot better now. Thank you for joining me in this celebration. And, well, again, since I know you all, I'll see you soon. Bye.